long as you like. Nobody's waiting on it.
From The Lion King to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, today on Collider, we're diving into deleted scenes that could have made these movies even better.
Ask for her number, you moron.
The Avengers. The Avengers became a hit partly because Joss Whedon showed the heroes as relatable people. This deleted scene with Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, adjusting to modern life is a great example. After being frozen for nearly 70 years, Steve wakes up at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger as a man out of his time.
The game. It's from May 1941. I know because I was there.
In The Avengers, we don't see much of his struggle until he's recruited by Nick Fury for the Avengers team. This deleted scene gives us a glimpse of Steve's feelings. It starts with him watching a World War II newsreel on his laptop and looking at files of Peggy Carter and Howard Stark. Later, he sits in a cafe below Stark Tower, sketching the building to keep busy. A waitress, who he saves during the alien invasion later, mentions how people come to this cafe hoping to catch a sight of Iron Man flying by. The scene ends with Steve at the gym punching a bag, as seen in the theatrical cut. This scene highlights his loneliness and blends perfectly into the story.
I don't understand. Isn't he coming with us?
Oh,
Harry?
absolutely not.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. The end of the Harry Potter series was so big, it had to be split into 2 movies. But cutting this emotional scene between Harry and Dudley Dursley is hard to understand. Harry's adoptive family, the Dursleys, play a big role throughout the series. In Deathly Hallows Part 1, they're only shown briefly as they pack up and leave, with Harry watching from his window. However, a deleted scene captures a powerful moment between Harry and Dudley, his cousin, who often bullied him growing up.
Who'd want to be friends with you?
In the scene, Vernon says Harry will join them, and Harry sarcastically replies, "I'm just a waste of space," echoing Dudley's past insults. But this time, Dudley approaches Harry and says,
I don't think you're a waste of space.
They shake hands, marking a quiet but heartfelt truce. This touching moment adds depth without being overdramatic, and could have made the movie's final chapter even stronger.
No, Joey, come on, we're picking names for Secret Santa.
Friends. 20 years since its finale, America still can't get enough of the 6 friends living across the hall from each other in Manhattan. Friends became more than a sitcom. It's a cultural phenomenon that shaped how audiences connect with stories about camaraderie. It is referenced in shows like Family Guy and Scrubs, where it's parodied and celebrated as a touchstone for relationships. In the 2023 film Leave the World Behind, a child amidst chaos longs to watch Friends for comfort, underscoring its enduring role as a symbol of joy, connection, and storytelling.
I was literally about to start the Friends series finale, but the internet on my iPad still isn't working.
For fans craving more, there are plenty of deleted scenes from the NBC series, but none hit the spot quite like Ross's bold proclamation about Die Hard. Throughout the series, the friends, particularly Joey, Chandler, and Ross, express their love for Die Hard. One deleted scene from Season 4, Episode 8, hilariously expands upon their Die Hard love. In this brief but charming scene, the 6 friends gather to draw names for their upcoming Secret Santa. Joey, in his usual posturing tone, boldly claims that he invented Secret Santa, causing Ross to snicker at such a claim. "What are you laughing at?" Rachel asks Ross. "You're the one who said Die Hard was your idea." Ross emphatically insists that the 1988 film, based on a 1979 novel, originated with him. Ross says,
"Don't make me show you the napkin."
This deleted scene is nothing groundbreaking, but it is short and succinct enough to warrant a spot on any episode of Friends. It would have implored the audience to consider, wait, did Ross really invent Die Hard?
4 nights a week I stay here and live in this office. Everything is right here. It's easy to get to.
The Office. Speaking of shows that people can't stop watching years after its conclusion, The Office features hundreds of hours of material inside the confines of Dunder Mifflin. The vast collection of deleted scenes could make up an entire season of network television, but one sequence gives us a behind-the-scenes look at what the show's most underrated character does when office hours are over. While never a major presence in the office, Creed Bratton thrived as the office's quality assurance manager. No moment distills the brilliance of Creed quite like this scene from Season 3, Episode 3, which should have never been cut. We see Dwight advising Michael on management matters, and he suggests charging Creed rent for living in the office. We cut to Creed's testimony corroborating that, indeed, he stays overnight in the office 4 times a week. The sight of him brushing his teeth, washing his hair by the sink, and sleeping under his desk is perfect, office-like farce. On the other 3 nights, he stays at his place in Toronto. He is hush-hush about his residency in Pennsylvania. Creed says,
They don't know about this job up there. It's a welfare state.
The scene begins as a frank discussion about firing employees, but Michael realizes that it's bad for morale. From a creative perspective, 86ing any of these wacky employees would have tarnished the innate charm of this beloved series.
A queen? Yes, I need a queen.
The Lion King. Animation in film changed forever when Disney released The Lion King in 1994, showing that animated movies could capture the complexity and grandeur of live action. For a film as diamond-cut as The Lion King, it's hard to ask for more. Watching Nala's escape from the Pride of Lions, a scene questionably axed from the final cut, would have added to the already towering stakes. As an adult, Nala escaped from the Pride Lands under Scar's tyrannical reign. We know things are bad in the carefree Simba's homeland, but we are never entirely sure what prompted Nala to run away. As shown in this disturbing deleted scene, which is shown only in storyboards, Scar is desperate for a queen. Before the iconic Be Prepared number, the evil king accosts Nala, attempting to seduce her so that she can become his queen. The scene underscores predatory behavior and abuses of power, as Scar uses his dominance over her physically and psychologically.
One way or another, I always get what I want.
When Nala refuses, his loyal band of hyenas chases her off the land. While The Lion King is dark, this scene would have certainly pushed the envelope. As eerie as it is to include allusions to sexual harassment in a Disney animated film, it underlines the sheer viciousness of Scar. The scene's inclusion in the final cut would have empowered Nala, as her arc is relatively short-changed in the movie, especially compared to Simba's triumphant arc.
Go on, man. I've got it from here.
The Devil Wears Prada. The last thing you want to do is get on the wrong side of Miranda Priestley. The harsh, demanding, and influential fashion mogul has little patience for her plucky new assistant, Andy. Miranda's characteristics are indelible, which is why this out-of-character but fascinating deleted scene would have shattered all our preconceived notions of the cutthroat magazine publisher. At the charity benefit, Miranda has her two loyal assistants, Andy and Emily, by her side. However, they can't protect Miranda from a drunken appearance by her husband, Steven, which threatens to disrupt the formal gathering and Miranda's standing with the VIP. He asks the dignified crowd, "When do we eat?" After Miranda's belligerent husband asks the VIP to get him a drink, Andy steps in and pulls him aside, chatting up the vital business partner and averts a social faux pas in the process. The hustling assistant looks to her boss for approval, and the usually cold and steely Miranda mouths "thank you" to Andy. The viewer is as shocked as Andy by this moment. Avid fans of The Devil Wears Prada would be quick to disown this deleted scene, as it seems implausible that Miranda would demonstrate explicit gratitude towards an assistant. As the film progresses, we see that Miranda is more layered and complex than her devilish appearance. She's affected by the same insecurities and doubts as the rest of us, so any effort to humanize Miranda is a must.
I don't really care what anybody writes about me.
Cutting precious scenes is a troubling task for any creative figure, but we can't help but feel all these scenes would have added further context and insight to their respective stories, even if they would have inflated the runtime. What are some other deleted scenes that you think should have stayed in the final cut? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on Collider.